We were trying to teach him to be a pharaoh.
Hi, Oscar. Were you inside the collab?
I'm gonna go pre-prep a party for me and William.
Ow.
Okay, just... Yeah, just...
Bye.
And so I got a couple security doors open, and that one gave me a level 5 health boost implant.
Oh wait, so are we playing Surge then?
No, I'm just talking about Surge.
Oh, 'cause I'm like, I was so confused. I'm like, there's no security doors in Inquisition. What are you talking about? I was so confused for like 2 minutes. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, it was a level 5 health boost, which... So that, like, I mean, if I had all of my health boosts equipped, I would have had like 450 health, which is insane.
Jesus. Yeah.
But then I got the one that was in the circulation tower, and that one was kind of blah. The only thing in there really, besides some scrap, was you know the electricity stuff that the security people have. But I'd already gotten one of those, so it was just parts. And I opened up the one in the biolabs, but I died like right after getting through it, so that's
Wow, you logged in and Cassandra just approves? Wow.
Cassandra approves you returning to your game.
It was disapproved though.
Oh, it disapproved? Oh. Which way did I come from?
It said Cassandra slightly disapproved. It's like, bitch, what the hell?
Oh, right. These doors are closed. That door's closed. Where the hell did I come from?
I think. Oh, you have to get out of that room. Wait, I'm confused.
I guess we're going this way.
Right, just go direction and we'll find out.
We're gonna go towards
Okay, yeah,
the
this is
markers.
the hallway.
Move!
Oh, this is the room that you bashed open. You just never went through.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it's one way to, you know, it's a workaround if you don't bring a rogue with you. Which half the time I never did at the time.
Oh my god, I always
know
have
why.
rogues.
Right, like, I don't know why. There was like 2 times I didn't bring a rogue.
I mean, I don't know, 2 mages and 2 warriors can be a really powerful thing. Like, Reaver warriors and a tank, like a tank to soak up all the damage, a Reaver warrior to set off all of the mage combos. Because really, I feel like warriors set off mage combos better than rogues do. Hello. Anything in here? No? What a boring room. What about in here? I think I've been in these rooms, and these doors just closed.
Oh, there's a cache right there. In the corner to your right. Yeah. It's kind of tucked away. Oh, it looks like you already got it. Never mind.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I've been through this area.
This goes back to the room. Which you will need to go back. It's just you have. Oh yeah, you have to go through these doors on this side. Okay.
Block the stairs!
I'm really mad his shield still blocks my shit when he's paralyzed.
Let's try to take them by surprise.
They always try and say by surprise, and you're over here like, nah.
Like, I'm already attacking you, like...
The way they think is if you're lower, like, you know, if you're level 4 and you're going in they're gonna be a high challenge, but I usually go in whenever I'm level 8 or 9. I wait a while.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Before doing this part?
Yeah, I mean, 6 is perfectly fine, but it just said in the thing for you to start this thing at level 4 to 8. That's when you should do it, and I always wait till I'm like 8.
Well, I mean,
don't know why.
I really wanted Dorian. I don't like Vivian.
Oh, no.
I don't like
Yeah.
Solus. So, like, Dorian's really the only other mage I want in my party.
Oh yeah, I completely understand.
Like, after this, I'm gonna go back and do a bunch of side stuff, but I really needed my Dorian.
I totally agree. It's kind of like me. Instead of coming here first, I would have gone to Storm Coast to get my baby. But, yeah, no. Just saying. I would, like, if you don't, like, I've always been afraid, though, to have, like, for instance, if I had my male character and I wanted to romance Dorian, because they do flirt for you and Dorian flirt. So I'm like, back the fuck up, bull, okay? Or, you know, I'd be the other way around. Back the fuck up, Dorian.
Right. Like, you need to just move along.
And let me romance you guys, okay? Which is funny, though, because if you romance kind of both of them at the same time, and then they're trying to romance each other, then they're like, well, you need to break off with whoever you're with.
Try
and
to
then
take
you
out
can
that
talk.
enchanter quickly.
Like, I like how the game's like, you know, you can't have multiple boyfriends at once. Like, well, why not? But also...
Which kind of irritates me because in the first game, you could have, like, multiple people relationships. And you could have group sex.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Damn. See, that's what they wanted in this game too. Like, people were like, why isn't there a, what do you call it?
Polyamory?
Could really go for
Poly,
some light
poly,
reading.
yeah. Why isn't there poly? Because why the fuck not, really? I mean, in this game it's not that big of a deal, but I guess it was just they want to make the Inquisitor seem very mono? Mono? I don't know what you call it.
Let's
Monogamous.
head back to the main hall. I think
That
I know
word.
how we'll open that door.
I think we'll know how to open that door.
Masterwork firm pommel. Yes.
Your pommel's firm.
Ooh, spiked longbow. That might be better than what she's got.
Yeah, but it's a schematic. I have to make it.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Holy crap.
Oh, she can't use the shield yet. She's not level 13. Why does it take
Only level
13?
6, you know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I need to go back to the hinterlands.
But I mean, even at level like 8, I couldn't even use that shit. Like, but you end up, honestly, once you get a schematic for a shield, you can make the shield way better than the ones you find, and you could have it for like at the beginning. That's what I would always do. Is just get a really good metaled shield and just have that one shield forever on them, or on myself, you know, whichever.
Right, like, I mean, honestly, you can just find the schematic for a pretty shield and just make your own damn thing.
And have it whatever color. I love this store. It's kind of cool.
Cutscene.
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's
Yeah,
no
basically
longer
did,
anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
I'll admit, I expected a bit more fight out of you.
Alas, I am not the foe you remember. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, what have I wrought? Ruin and death, there is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
No. No!
See, Liliana kind of started this there.
There it is. But like I said before, it's fine. Oh, that's right. They put the speed up and slow down things in this area too. I don't know if this.
Oh, that was a mine. Whoops.
What the? Oh, it's not now. It's right. It's not now. It's later on, I guess. But I remember that. Yeah. It comes whenever the creatures come in. Because really you have to fight creatures. No, that's it. Never mind.
Tell me again how you're gonna seal the breach. Where are your attacks this time?
There we are. Ooh, the speed up is to your right.
Yeah, that's slow
No,
down.
that's slow. No, it's right there.
Goodbye.
What the?
Right. Okay, I don't think these tactics for what's her name is doing anything. Like, she's just standing there.
Mm-hmm. Like, I appreciate it, but you need to attack too. Okay, but why are you not able to...
I guess I can't change it during combat.
Victory! Tell me again how you're gonna seal the breach.
Yeah, it's right beside you. Oh, I forgot. While the demons, while you're fighting the demons, he gets behind the barriers.
Cassandra, please.
Your death will be...
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone. But the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used. I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now. The Elder One. Fred,
I won. How it won. If you can make it right, make it never happen, I'll fight. We'll fight.
See, I can be sad about this one.
I can't let you kill yourself for me. There must be another way.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Which is surprisingly a lot since, you know, you were prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me.
Why is it always
Maker,
Cassandra that
take
goes
me to
flying
your
through the-
side.
You move, and we all die!
Whew.
You'll have to do better than that.
Is that the best you've got?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
It's better of natural causes, I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean, it may be a sickness, but at least you didn't get
Well,
flayed alive
glad
or
that's
something.
over with.
And now he's pissed.
Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties, when we offered the Mage's sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
After this, stick them up a tower.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Yeah, Cassandra and Sarah do not like mages. So,
well,
they aren't
that's
gonna like
tough
what you
shit.
choose. Yeah.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
I expected
Breach
approval from
threatens all of
Dorian
this.
too.
We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't
Yeah,
fight
see,
it without you.
those two will
Any
greatly
chance of
disagree
success
no matter
requires
what.
your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
We accept. It would be madness not to.
Well, I mean,
I will
we're
gather my
allies, not
people
prisoners.
and ready
so-
them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
Of course, now I have to deal with Red Templars for the rest of the game. Ugh.
Well, regardless, you'll have to, like, even with the other Templar, if you side with the Templars, you still have to fight Red Templars. Just not, like, more immediate than what you're gonna do now. Like at Haven, yeah, you'll see it a lot sooner. You know, my kitty cat's on my lap too.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
I've always been a big freedom fighter for mages.
We're not monsters.
Okay.
We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. Here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
And I'd hope to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
See, this one's kind of curious, but I want to welcome him.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
I've actually only done the Templar side once, although it was really cool.
It is a little stressing. Because it's like, there's a time limit before you have to return and go back and check on your people that are fighting, and I'm just like, ugh, it stressed me out too much. I think you should see Liliana. It looks like she has something to say, I think.
Okay, Dorian's over there.
Yeah. Because if they stand still, it usually means they have something to say.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Special. Oh.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
See?
I'll leave you to your work.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I should check with everyone after I've done a major story piece.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
I'd like to keep hoping it's a coincidence, if you don't mind. I need to be able to sleep at night.
Honestly, I think I'll give up sleeping for the foreseeable future. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes. I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Just be the other side,
It's good
okay?
to see us all coming together to serve the Maker.
You expected something else? We needed this.
We needed? No, pretty sure that question was never passed my way. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Go on. No.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance. Now that would surprise me. I do wonder if you've considered
so
what the
violent.
support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic, then?
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities, believe me.
Of course I believe. The moment I saw you, I thought, there's a man who knows quality. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
I'm getting the impression you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply. About everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
Hey, Darkrai.
I'm not exactly welcome back home.
Hey,
Not
how's
that
it
it
going?
matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here.
Yeah, there's a lot
If
of
the Venatori succeed,
going
it'll
on.
set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Pretty good. We were playing Overwatch earlier and leveled up a couple of times, and then, Ducky, if you want, you could talk to Solus and just press square to skip everything that he says, if you want to supposedly talk to him, and then make him disprove everything. Sorry.
Magic exists to serve man and
No,
never
that's
to
up to you.
rule
Anyway,
him.
I just thought I'd throw that idea out there. But you can press square and just skip his blibber blabber about everything.
The chosen of Andraste. The blessed heroes sent to save us all.
I've no...
Pragmatic.
I'm sorry, what, Darkrai?
I've journeyed deep into the Fade. I've watched as hosts of
I've gotten
spirits.
shit in boxes.
Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Hopefully the kind who lives to become that embarrassing former...
I can think of worse. I will stay there.
Was that...
I am an apostate. Cassandra has been accommodating. But you understand my caution.
Yeah.
You might dislike the circles, but if that breach they...
Agreed. So we have gained the mages. Excellent. You are certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I know what I saw. It was...
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
He says, I saw you there, but you never saw him there.
It is never going to happen.
Remember that. Should you... Speaking of which, This Elder One. You have now, and now again, a being who has...
Okay, I made him disapprove a little bit.
Suck my dick, Solus!
Alright, Cassandra and what's his nuts should be out here somewhere.
Oh, happy Easter to you too, Darker. Crowblade.
Ooh.
Although, you might not want to sell too many daggers, because remember, after this thing that's about to happen, you will be getting, coal.
Well, I don't really want to use coal.
Oh, you're so sad. But that's okay. I understand.
I like having 2 ranged and 2 melee. What is this? Ice? Okay, so I don't need this.
Wait, what were you saying, Darkrai? Oh, yeah. It is. Yeah, if you can find a way to do it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a Reinhardt. Oh, nice. Oh. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh no, the cow looks bad.
Well, it's gonna be hidden, you know that.
True that, but still, it does look bad, but I understand. The Roshvine Vitaras for Iron Bolt.
Oh wow, it's actually better.
It's rogue only. Oh, okay.
I like
Wasn't
how
sure who
pretty
you
it
had
is,
selected. I thought you were still on Cassandra, so... No, yeah, it's pretty, but, you know...
Some of your cloth for...
You can find the stuff that's better, and then go for it.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Oh wait.
Remember to speak to Josephine and Cullen and...
Right, I think
all
Cullen
those.
and Cassandra are out here though.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wait,
yes, much
why'd
better.
you get rid of the... Did you get rid of the shield? I'm confused.
No, it's up there.
Oh.
All of these really good staffs I've been finding are ice staffs, and it's kind of irritating. Like, I don't want to use ice all the time.
Can have it done by midweek. That when Thren needs it.
Quartermaster Thren understands that your work can't be rushed, Master Hand.
Ooh. Ooh, there's an apprentice staff. Nice. Ooh, the spiked longbow.
Right, I might have to craft some of this stuff. What's this for?
I always loved crafting. Yeah. I always loved crafting the weaponry for my people. It was always a huge thing for me. I loved it. It was so fun. Ooh. Oh, pyrophyte. Yeah, that would explain that.
Stagger. Hold on. This is the primary slot, so it doesn't really matter for the primary, just whatever I have the most of. Is this the offense? Armor penetration, attack, stagger, damage to guard. Let's do armor pen. And that's a lot of armor pen, too.
Mm-hmm.
Crit damage.
Critical damage.
Yes.
Deadly longbow.
Strength, Constitution, strength. Well, this is going to be for Cassandra, so this is Constitution for her.
I would do the onyx. Did you have a lot of onyx?
That gives strength, though.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it wouldn't be bad for her to have a little strength.
Oh, longbow grip.
Crit damage, sunder, crit, of course. Stagger, armor pen.
More armor pen?
Stagger. Yes.
Because that'll stack with the bow itself, too.
Yeah, that'll be 20% right there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a rugged and a firm?
It's just design. Oh, look! Oh, it looks like this one's dexterity and cunning.
Yeah, these are utilities. I can only have one grip, though, huh?
Yes. I think for now, the armor pen would probably be really good. I think pommels go on the two-handed weapons, because the halves go on the single-handed weapons.
Okay, rugged gives this stuff. Dense gives this utility, offense. Damn it. Offense. Utility, it'll give me
I
the
think the
stats.
utility offense would be good.
Yeah. Give her a little more constitution. And
critical?
well, I can't do enough for that. Sunder, maybe. And then the longsword grip, I think.
Longsword for what?
Wouldn't that be for a one-handed weapon, or?
No, longsword. Well, the grip and the haft are basically the same thing. Oh, actually, you know what? I think haft are for axes. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find out. Now that I'm thinking about that. Yeah, okay, yeah. So the hafts are for the hatchets. Like, for instance, if you go to her mercenary hatchet, you could put on the haft. So it would have to be the grip that you would have to do. Damn it. Yeah, there you go.
Stagger, armor pen.
There we go.
Good.
20 and 20. Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so that was for Cassandra. 126. Yes. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even better than the mercenary hatchet there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, before you get rid of the Wrath of Lovas, make sure you remove its add-ons.
I don't think it had any.
Pretty sure it did. I'm not 100% sure, but it's good to remove them anyway.
Well, I'll check. Oh, okay. So it did.
And they're purples, so you could always add them to other things. No, you could have it in your valuables, you just have to remove it in the modify weapons thing. Mm-hmm. And now it's just an empty nothing.
What's all this shit in my accessories? I don't need that. I don't need that. I want that.
But the cooldown is amazing.
Like that. Is it that amazing though? I mean, I think the gray one's only 2%. And I've already got extra cooldown, and so I'd rather have the extra willpower for what I've got.
Hmm.
Oh, now I can craft this. Or could I always?
You could. It's just not as good as what you have on now.
I don't have enough stuff to make it gooder.
Nope. Yeah, we're waiting for that 84, because what you have now I think is 76 or something like that.
What I have now is like 83, I think, or something.
Oh. What's up, Wolf? I mean, good lord. Darkrai, what's up? No, I said what's up, Wolf.
You need something?
Obviously not, because I don't care for it. Anyway, what's up, though?
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I had to think on my feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
I am rather clever, aren't I?
Close the breach. Then I'll agree with you.
Alright, I know Cullen's not going to be happy about the mages.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. pray this will be enough to close it.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. You have a problem with me as well.
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Okay. Yeah.
Haha.
I technically cast a spell inside. Ugh, stupid chest.
Darn.
You need anything here?
Oh, the ladder.
Fucking ladder.
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste.
You should get Iron Bow. Iron Bow.
If Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies, we need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable.
Bite
Cullen
me.
doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
We can handle the mages. There's no need for Templars.
Have any of these men faced an abomination before, my dear? Have you? The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee. You know as well as I do that mages attract demons where the veil is thin. And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the Breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
Do you pose a risk? That's the way I'm thinking.
If you're seeing demons everywhere, do you believe you're a risk? Do you believe I am?
We are a risk, darling. Better to know it and use caution. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
You're right, but Templars are a poor solution.
They are men, and all men are flawed. That some fail does not mean that none should try. The fact remains that there is no cure for an abomination except death. Someone must strike the killing blow. Who shall lower the blade if not a Templar? Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
Well, I don't like the circles, but having the Chantry and the mages work closer together might be a good idea.
Honestly, the way I look at it is, I do like the circles, but that was just because it was a training field for the mages. The only thing I didn't like about the circles was the Templars and how they treated them like slaves or like, you know, abominations.
Right.
That's the only thing I didn't like about the circles. So it's like, I would like the circles back, but in a way, just not the way they were. You know what I mean? But in this aspect, yeah,
Well,
I
that
say the
basically
only
goes
two.
with them being free, because you know if they didn't have Templars around them, they'd still have their own learning institutions.
Right.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
You are not the first to forget that the walls of our towers kept the wolves out as much as they kept us in. We hate the Templars when they stand over us in judgment, but we thank them with all our hearts when they keep the mob at bay. It's something to consider, my dear.
I mean, I kind of understand where she's coming from, because she's afraid of what her own...
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin. And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement. The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Time to refresh.